Hey, I'm just on my way home from work, but I wanted to stop briefly to make a short video just thanking you all for your responses to the videos I've been making about prison. There's something about prison that always carries with it, not always, but for most of us who've been in prison, a certain amount of shame. Obviously, you did something to get yourself sent there, and there can be shame about winding up that way, winding up in prison. And so it's very touching to me to make these videos about my experiences in prison and have people, it sounds like most of you who have not been in prison, responding positively to that and with gratitude for that. It's very touching. There's so much that happens in prison that's just so you and yourself. You know, what you have to face about yourself, what you have to feel, what you're alone with, maybe for some of us really for the first time in our lives, just alone and sequestered and having to face whatever we've done, whatever we are, and, you know, the internal world that brought each of us to prison for our own reasons and for our own crimes. So I appreciate your listening. I appreciate the interest, and I appreciate the comments. And it's interesting to me that I get kinder responses about the videos I make about prison than I do the videos I make about politics. So maybe it's better to be an inmate than a politician. I don't know. Or maybe maybe there's not much difference these days. I don't know that either. One of the comments that tickled me the most was from someone who said, thank you, Mac, for going to prison so that I don't have to. And I responded briefly and just said, well, I'm happy that I went to prison so you don't have to, and hopefully you won't mind if I don't choose to reoffend. So anyway, I appreciate your stopping by here. There's so many stories about prison because it just gives you such a different lens on the world. You see things, everything's upside down and backwards, and you're seeing the people who've been hidden away, the people who've been shuffled out of our so-called normal culture and warehoused in these places. And I don't mean to, prison is a brutal place for a lot of people. It didn't happen to be that way for me because I was older and I was just at a time where I was ready for that quiet, and I had messed my life up enough that it was good for me to take the time and reflect. But it's a brutal place. It's a heartless place. And for a lot of people, it doesn't feel like anything but a heartless place. And I'm not sure how much good comes of it. But for me, the most useful and the most perhaps indelible lesson that I took from it, or learning, it's not even a lesson because it's not mental, it's much deeper than that, is that no matter what happens to me, no matter what a mess I've made, no matter how stupid I've been, no matter what's happened to me, no matter what I've done to others, there is a place that I can find and get to that's deeper than all of that. A place where I can find that peacefulness, that connection with myself, no matter what. And that's maybe the thing that I'm most grateful for, and the thing that I carry with me more than anything. Because once you've been through something that, it's not necessarily the worst thing that could happen to you, but it's certainly not on a lot of people's bucket list that they want to do before they die. So if you or I can go through that and come out of it transformed and grateful and even relieved that this experience happened to me, then I find that one of the results of that is that there's not a lot of things in my life that throw me off or scare me or that I dread. So again, I just really appreciate you taking the time to listen to these videos, to comment to me, to share what it means to you. And, you know, there are a lot of people who are locked away in prison, who are warehoused there. And I speak for all of them when I say, thank you for listening. Thank you for caring about this part of life. It's my intention to make more of these videos, especially since people are watching and seem to be interested. So I hope to see you again soon. If you like these, I'm always embarrassed to say this, or I don't need to be embarrassed again, I guess, but it's not my favorite part. But if you like these, please do like and subscribe and comment, as a number of you are, and I'm grateful for that. It just helps to, you know, I'm just a guy who came out of prison. I don't have connections. I don't have a big fan base. You going to prison means your fan base takes a pretty significant hit. So it helps if you like and subscribe and let the world know that there's something here to watch and something here to see and to care about. Hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching.